The ISFP tends to be a very kind and sensitive personality. They actually make up over 8% of our total population, almost 9%, but most of which are actually females. This particular personality type really enjoys being in the present, but they need a lot of quiet reflection time that goes along with their introverted personality type. They also are going to need a foundation of harmony in order to be able to learn effectively. Any type of conflict or discord within a classroom is going to distract from their ability to learn.
So let's look at our general description again. Our ISFPs are quiet, friendly, sensitive, kind. Do you like that? I think these would be like your best friend, right? You can always trust them. They like to see what's going on, and they really live in the present. They want to have their own space, and they like to work within their own time frame. So we talk about people who need space. This is one of those people that really need space. They're loyal, they're committed, and they dislike disagreements and conflicts. So please remember that. They really need harmony in order to survive. Your ISFP, their learning style, remember, is that aesthetic side. They really seek aesthetic pleasure when they're learning, and they like to engage emotions in that learning process because it helps them to retain new information. So active learning, participation, and sensory stimulation are really the root foundations of all of their learning opportunities. It's how they're going to learn the best. They need a personal involvement in their learning process, and although they need to be actively engaged in the learning process, they still require an opportunity to think before speaking, because remember, they are introverts, so don't volunteer them. Give them time to think before they answer. They're very detail-oriented, and they prefer the details over theory. They're quick to learn, and they're quick to retain information, and especially when it's associated with values, either personal or human values. They love practical knowledge. It has a great value to ISFPs because they make quick connections, making connections between prior knowledge, and they efficiently will scaffold it into the new knowledge, and the prior knowledge are scaffolded together. They are great at memorizing, doing, and even experiencing knowledge. But here's the caveat. They can cram like nothing else. ISFPs have an innate ability to cram information. Now, the most fulfillment that they're going to ever receive, though, is when learning benefits others and people within their social surfaces. So let's look at ISFPs. Remember, this is their classroom environment. They like to learn when it's active. Although they like to be active, they need to be independent as well. So an active, independent environment. They like unstructured learning that gives a variety of activities, even including a small amount of group work or discussions. Remember, though, that those groups need to be small and personal. And ISFPs also need their classroom size to be a little bit smaller as well, because they have to have the ability to develop strong relationships with peers and instructors. So think of a small classroom of like 15 to 20 students. Their learning thrives in an atmosphere of loyalty and cooperation. Harmony, back to that harmony point. They enjoy personalized instruction, and especially when there's a substantial, not a little bit, but a substantial amount of time for reflection and independence. Deep reflection is really critical for ISFPs, so using a Bloom's taxonomy and introducing them to those higher levels of thinking really aids. They use interaction, visuals, reflection, personalized instruction, all within a moderate teaching pace. All of those are essential components for the ISFP.